Have you ever pondered upon the true nature of evil? Is it an inherent part of human nature, or an external force influencing our actions? This enigma, the elusive concept of evil, is as old as humanity itself, and yet remains one of the most complex and ambiguous notions we grapple with. It's a concept that eludes a singular definition, morphing through time, culture, and individual perspective. Enter Carl Jung, a prominent figure in the realm of psychology, a man who dedicated much of his life to unraveling the mysteries of the human psyche. Among the labyrinth of the mind, he sought to understand the concept of evil, to dissect its roots and its implications. He didn't shy away from the darkness, but rather, he journeyed into it, attempting to illuminate the corners where evil might reside. So let's delve into the life of Carl Jung and explore his evolving understanding of evil. Born on July 26, 1875 in Kessville, Switzerland, Carl Gustav Jung was destined to become one of the most influential psychiatrists in history. He was the fourth but only surviving child of Paul Achilles Jung, a poor rural pastor, and Emily Preiswerk Jung, a melancholic woman who claimed to be visited by spirits at night. From a tender age, Carl was a solitary and thoughtful child. He developed a keen interest in spirituality, often engaging in solitary prayer and creating a private sanctuary in his family's attic. This early fascination with the metaphysical would later form the cornerstone of his groundbreaking theories. Jung's fascination wasn't just limited to spirituality. He was equally intrigued by the mysteries of the human mind. As a young boy, he often found himself lost in thought, exploring the depths of his own mind. He would sit for hours, dwelling on his dreams and what they could possibly mean. This early fascination with the unconscious mind marked the beginning of a lifelong journey to unravel its mysteries. At the age of 12, a fainting spell that kept him out of school for 6 months sparked Jung's interest in psychology. He realized during this time that fainting was a way to avoid going to school, and he became fascinated by the power of the mind over the body. This incident marked a turning point in his life, setting him on a path that would lead him to become one of the pioneers of modern psychiatry. Jung's early life was also marked by his exposure to various religious and philosophical texts. He voraciously read books on philosophy, religion, and spiritualism, absorbing different perspectives on the nature of the human soul and its relationship with the universe. These readings left a profound impact on his young mind, sowing the seeds of his later theories on archetypes and the collective unconscious. As Jung grew older, his fascination with the human psyche deepened, leading him down a path of profound discoveries. His early interests in spirituality and the unconscious mind laid the groundwork for his later work, shaping his unique perspective on the nature of evil and its place in the human psyche. Jung's exploration of the human psyche led him to confront and dissect the concept of evil. His journey into the darker corners of the mind challenged conventions, pushing boundaries of understanding about human nature. In the initial stages of his exploration, Jung viewed evil as a fundamental aspect of the human psyche. He proposed that each of us harbors a shadow, a reservoir of the darker aspects of our personality. This shadow, according to Jung, comprises traits we consciously or unconsciously reject, often due to societal norms and expectations. These could be feelings of rage, envy, or other socially unacceptable desires. Yet in Jung's perspective, the shadow wasn't entirely negative. He argued that it also held potential for creativity and growth. Jung believed that we could not fully understand ourselves, let alone grow, without acknowledging and integrating this shadow. He saw the process of confronting our shadow as a necessary step in self-realization, a concept he coined as individuation. In this process of individuation, one confronts and integrates their shadow, leading to a more nuanced understanding of oneself. It is a journey towards wholeness, where one embraces both their light and darkness. Jung argued that denying or suppressing the shadow could lead to psychological issues, as it could erupt unexpectedly, causing harm to oneself and others. Now, this doesn't mean Jung advocated for acting on every dark impulse. Instead, he emphasized the importance of understanding these impulses, integrating them into our conscious understanding to gain control over them, rather than being controlled by them. This initial understanding of evil, however, was not the final stop in Jung's exploration. His perception of evil was dynamic, shifting as he delved deeper into the human psyche and the complexities of good and evil. But that's a discussion for our next segment. But Jung's understanding of evil was not static. It evolved throughout his life. As Jung delved deeper into the human psyche, his understanding of evil underwent a significant transformation. This evolution was influenced by a myriad of factors, not least of which was his exploration of Eastern philosophies and religions. Jung's journey into the East was an exploration into the forgotten half of the world's wisdom. What he found was a view of evil that differed significantly from the traditional Western perspective. In the East, he encountered philosophies that saw evil not as an external entity to be feared and defeated, but as an integral part of the human experience. This was a profound revelation, one that would shape his understanding of evil and its role in the human psyche. One concept that Jung discovered was enantiodromia, a term borrowed from the ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus. It suggests that the greater the force, the more likely it is to switch into its opposite. This idea resonated with Jung's own observations of the human psyche. He saw that individuals who suppressed or denied their darker impulses often found themselves overcome by them, while those who acknowledged and integrated these parts of themselves were more balanced and less likely to act out destructively. This understanding of enantiodromia had a profound impact on Jung's view of evil. He began to see it not as an external force to be vanquished, but as a part of the human psyche that needed to be acknowledged and integrated. This was a radical departure from the prevailing views of the time, which saw evil as something to be defeated, banished, or repressed. Jung's evolving understanding of evil was a challenge to conventional beliefs. It asked us to consider that perhaps evil is not an external force to be defeated, but an integral part of ourselves to be understood and integrated. This shift in perspective encouraged a more holistic view of human nature, one that recognized the potential for both light and darkness within us all. Jung's evolving understanding of evil challenged conventional beliefs, encouraging a more holistic view of human nature. Through his exploration of evil, Jung left a lasting impact on the field of psychology. His theories, woven with profound insights and intricate complexities, still resonate in the corridors of modern psychology and psychotherapy. In his quest to unravel the enigma of evil, Jung ventured into the uncharted territories of the human psyche, enriching our understanding of human nature and the intrinsic presence of evil. Jung's concept of the shadow, the repressed, unlit part of our personality, is one of his most significant contributions. The shadow embodies aspects of ourselves we choose to ignore or deny, often with a negative connotation. In acknowledging the shadow, we accept the inherent duality of human nature, the coexistence of good and evil within us. This understanding is pivotal in psychotherapeutic practices today, aiding individuals in embracing their whole selves, darkness included. Jung's theories also fostered a new perspective on evil. He advocated that evil isn't an external force acting upon us, but rather an integral part of our being. This viewpoint, radical as it may have seemed then, has become a cornerstone in contemporary psychology, shifting our focus from external blame to internal exploration and self-awareness. Moreover, his concept of individuation, the process of becoming an individual, or the most comprehensive expression of the self, is widely employed in psychotherapy. It encourages us to confront and integrate the shadow, thereby achieving a more balanced self. This process is instrumental in helping us understand ourselves better, fostering personal growth and self-improvement. Jung's exploration of evil and the human psyche has also influenced the broader cultural and societal discourse. His theories have found their way into literature, art, and philosophical debates, shaping our collective understanding of evil and its role in human life. To conclude, Jung's exploration of evil has left indelible marks on psychology, psychotherapy, and beyond. His theories continue to inspire introspection, challenge our perceptions, and stimulate our quest for self-understanding. Carl Jung's exploration of the depths of the human psyche continues to illuminate our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. From his early years to his evolving understanding of evil, Carl Jung's life was a journey of profound discovery. Born into a world that viewed evil as a supernatural force, Jung dared to delve deeper, His explorations took him beyond the surface, leading him to view evil not as an external entity, but an inherent aspect of the human psyche. He revolutionized the field of psychology, offering a fresh perspective that challenged traditional views. His work emphasized the importance of integrating our dark side, our shadow, into our consciousness, rather than shunning it. This, he believed, was the path to true self-awareness and growth. Through his theories, Jung provided us with tools to better understand ourselves and the world around us. His legacy continues to influence psychology, philosophy, and even the way we perceive our own personal development. As we navigate our own lives, we might do well to remember Jung's insights into the nature of evil, a force not to be feared, but to be understood and integrated.